Welcome back to Talkin' Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
We're discussing Season 5, Episode 10, Don't Go, written by Bridget Carpenter and directed by Michael Waxman. Original air date, January 19th, 2011. How are you?
I'm a little...
She's sneezy.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm a little congested.
I was away and I left my office open so Niles could chill on the pink couch. And Liz walked in. I got home last night and Liz walked in. She goes, "Oh my God, cat hair." So embarrassing.
I didn't mean to embarrass you.
I know that.
You're always such a conscientious
I know, but it's so embarrassing.
host.
So we found where he was sleeping the whole time.
Literally my spot.
I know we should have switched spots, but I know that was going to throw you off. And then the lights make you sneeze too.
Yeah, that's the bright lights now in my eyes. It's fine. I'll be fine.
You're a champ. But I feel so bad, and I will think about this for years to come, always. It's like if you know, you know, and if you're an oldie but goodie, when Liam would take a shit right near us while we were recording Tree Hill Talk.
Yeah, all
and
the
Let's Talk OC, and Three Gossip Girls.
Yeah, the cats were always...
I know, an issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, in this episode, Coach's offer from a Florida college becomes public knowledge. Tim Riggins' parole hearing date approaches, and Billy asks Coach Taylor to be a character witness. Luke considers what comes after high school if he doesn't get any scholarship offers, and Vince tries to get back in Coach's good graces after last week's benching, but his dad makes it difficult.
That's an understatement.
Ornette is so
impossible,
frustrating in this episode.
Yeah.
But we will get there. So, yes, Coach goes to Florida to discuss the head coach position, which last week he says he's going to have a meeting. And then this opens and Liz is like, is this a flashback?
They could have
done that.
They could have done that.
We don't think so, right? I don't think this was a flashback.
No. Well, what did they talk about last week that they didn't talk about, that they had to reiterate, I guess, here?
Right. But we find out that the offer is for 3 years with a 2-year option, and the house is with a very nice pool.
Yeah.
This living situation, Tammy's very excited about said pool.
Yeah, and it would only be for 5 years.
Totally doable. And Gracie Bell's so young, and, Julie's finally out of the house. Dylan, hearing all the rumors about this, Coach potentially leaving, and Buddy obviously is very upset about this. He is leading the troops to kind of get this to stop. He sees the crate of oranges delivered to Coach's office, and he tells Levi, "We got a problem here."
Right. It had to been no note. He's like, "I just know what this is."
Yeah. And so Buddy comes up with this idea. He pitches it to Levi to have the upcoming athletic banquet that celebrates all the teams in the school. But let's make it kind of a dedication to Coach. And we'll get the team to make impromptu speeches. But he ends up telling Vince to give him a heads up. Hey, you're going to say something nice about Coach.
Right. And even when the speeches came, the time came, he was like, "Oh, they just want to say something." So it was clearly not impromptu.
No, I mean, all of this, it was clear what was being done here. Yeah. Buddy questions Coach on this, and Coach just doesn't want to talk about it because they have other things to worry about. We also learn that BJ has had surgery and he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Which I'm like, is that truth?
I know. I don't know. You guys know I was getting my trivia from Derek and Stacy's podcast, but they are on hiatus because of the writer's strike. So I'll have to listen, and then I'll just text Liz because we'll be done with this podcast.
Yeah.
So at the banquet, we get to see the other teams at this school. We get the basketball team, the volleyball team, the cross country team. And then finally we get the football team. Obviously everyone's cheering for them. Buddy makes his way over to the Taylors and he gives Gracie Bell a little t-shirt. Clear eyes, little hearts, can't lose. So cute. And then we also learn that, which I guess we have known, but Levi says it, that it's been 25 years since the Easton Lions have been in the playoffs.
Yep.
So this is a big deal, Pickle.
It's a big deal.
Afterwards, after the speeches, Coach and Tammy discuss this, and Tammy says, this was really sweet. It was on the nose. We get what they were doing, but all Coach wants is to get them to state.
Yeah, because that's his priority.
I know, and I love that. And Tammy says something along the lines of, that's great, but also you deserve this offer as well.
Right. She's like, when that's over, now we have to figure some things out.
Yeah, exactly.
And a pool. Like, and that's just
the pool.
Her go-to.
That is, yeah. So when Coach gets ready to leave for the away game, we see like all the reporters are like gathering outside of the field house. Earlier, Vince shows up to his house, which we'll talk about Vince in a little bit. But right before, when he's supposed to be meeting at the field house, Vince tells Coach, like, I should have said this kind of when I gave my speech at the banquet, but you pretty much saved my life. I don't know where I would be without you. Did you tear? Because like I was tearing.
Yeah.
This was just very sweet.
It's true.
And please don't leave. Like, please don't go to Florida. I will do everything I can in my power to play great for you next year if you were to stay. And this definitely, I think, resonated with Coach. This was like the final thing that Coach needed. Even though Coach didn't give in, Coach was just like, Vince, you asked too many questions.
Yeah, like you can't crack Coach. She's like, get in the car. We're late. Ugh.
Get in the car. Also, you're starting tonight, so you're already earning back my trust. But outside of the field house, Coach gets questioned, like I said, by reporters, and he says that he's staying in Dillon, and after the game, he will be staying in Dillon.
Uh-huh.
So Liz was like disappointed about this.
I wasn't. I was just like, oh, I was surprised actually to hear that. I was surprised.
Okay. I mean, it's not over. Remember, like,
it's not over. We can
only
still
on
do
episode
it
10.
again.
Yeah.
Also, he did say, like, I'm going to get them to state. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hopefully win state. Right. So he can still reevaluate after state.
That's right. That's his main goal right now.
Yeah.
Playoffs, state.
Right. Because he can't just say to them, even before the game starts, like, I'm going to Florida. He can't say it. Poor kids. They'd be like, wait, what? And play a really shitty game and lose. And he'd feel like shit. And
yeah. Yeah. As we said, like, Vince makes it up to Coach. And throughout this episode, we see him talk to Coach at various times. But I want to talk about Ornette and Vince. At first, we see them playing basketball, and it seems like this is like a fun, like, father-son moment. And then Ornette gets a call, and the call is that Oklahoma Tech went with the lefty.
Ooh, he was not happy.
Yeah, he's even more pissed than Vince.
Yeah, he throws his phone, breaks his phone, obnoxious. Yeah. Because he started it, he had to finish it, and now he lost.
Right. And so he's like, all right, you know what? We'll talk to TMU and we'll just keep making phone calls. And Vince is like, you know what, Dad? Like, chill. How about we go talk to Coach? And why don't we just like take a rest? And so at first, Ornette's like, okay, you're the boss. We'll do this. But then Ornette like just ignores this, ends up having a meeting with reps from Mississippi, and Vince goes to meet them for dinner. And Vince gets really annoyed by this and refuses to sit down and leaves. And Ornette's like, oh, he just has schoolwork. So sorry about that.
Yeah, well, he like, it was a surprise.
Yes.
He's like, what the hell?
It's like an ambush.
Yeah, an ambush. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not right.
And so back at home, Ornette keeps trying again. And Vince is like, I thought we were going to stop with this. And then Regina finally steps in.
Finally.
I loved this.
Finally.
It's happened to me.
Yeah. I was so happy to hear her say it.
Yeah.
And Ornette even, he heard it. He was like, oh, you really, okay, that's how you feel. Like, he wasn't defensive of it. Like, she said it and like, it was like, oh, Regina spoke, so everyone listens. And I like love that.
Yeah, like you've been ambushing him and pressuring him. He needs a dad.
Yeah.
And I think this kind of like you said, he didn't react, but he also left and slammed the door because he couldn't like process that information.
But shocking that he wasn't like, didn't immediately defend himself.
Like the decisions he's making.
Yeah.
I mean, he did get into it like, I'm trying to do the best I can for you. You know, Coach is going to take that offer. Right.
He tried to manipulate it.
Yes.
With the coach in there.
And also just how he's been talking to like all of these representatives from college. And like, how is Ornette in this circle? Who is he contacting? Where is he getting the numbers?
He just knows the right people.
I guess. That's like what I'm most impressed about, I guess, that I don't really understand how Ornette gets to talk to all these people. But whatever. And then the last thing to just summarize Vince and his storyline is him and Jess are still broken up. He does see her at the banquet. and she apologizes. Well, she says, I'm just sorry about Oklahoma Tech. And he goes, I miss you. And she's like, yeah, I got to go to my brother's.
Yeah, he reiterated it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I miss you. I miss you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm not ready for this yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Tammy's homework club is making a difference, but she just needs one more volunteer, and this will help 10 more students.
This whole thing is confusing.
I don't understand the math there, but
does one teacher have 10 students each?
I guess so, but that doesn't
That's
seem
a lot of kids.
very one-on-one helpful.
No, it doesn't.
The faculty is still making snide comments about Epic, and Tammy questions Levi on Epic. Did she make it to Kilroy? And Levi's like, no updates. Also, we have so many other students to worry about, so pretty much please move on.
Yeah.
Then Levi nominated Tammy to go talk on a panel about student admissions, getting into college. And he tells her you can use a personal day for it, which is just this just made me laugh.
He's a dick.
LOL. Yeah. So Tammy goes to this conference and she meets with a woman, Dana, from Braymore College. And at first, Tammy's not looking forward to sitting in on this panel. But once they start talking about admissions and how we have a responsibility for our students and testing is just whack, essentially. And Tammy speaks up and we get claps from the audience. And then you exclaimed, do you remember what you exclaimed?
I said, oh, she's about to get a big girl job.
Oh,
that woman,
Dana
from
Braymore College.
Liked Tammy very much. She's about to get some high position.
And
then that might be the reason why they move and not coach.
Interesting.
Finally, it's for Tammy and not for coach.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. What an ending of a lovely story.
Yes. Luke, he is starting to think about other options for college.
Poor Luke. I feel so bad for him.
Football doesn't seem to be an option. I don't understand this. He was such a sought out player.
Right?
They
was a
stole
Panther.
him from the Panthers. I'm using all these air quotes, right? And now I guess maybe it's too late because he's a senior, but he's still a part of the team. He's co-captain.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I feel really bad for him.
I know. And so he meets with Tammy about his options and she's like, well, what do you think you're good at? What do you want to do? And so then we have this side storyline of him coaching Tinker on how to win a contest with Maribel.
Yeah.
The pig.
All of a sudden, it was the most random thing ever.
Yeah. And so he's going over with Tinker, this is how, give her a little tap, a little love tap, and make sure you're dressed nicely because this is what the judge wants to see. And Tinker's you're really good at this. And so he's like, yeah, I am really good at this. And then he ends up getting, what does he get? Second place.
But we don't need him to be good enough to have a career in pig contests. What is the goal of a pig contest? To have the most sought after pig?
I'm not really sure.
I don't understand animal, horse racing, all that stuff. It's not interesting to me. So I don't know. They made a point for Becky and them to look at Luke and be he's really good at this. It's
I know.
He grew up doing it. Does he want to do that for the rest of his life? I doubt it.
Well, that's what I feel they're alluding to.
Right, Luke the pig. Whatever.
What is that called? I get horse racing.
Yeah.
And I get what is the word? No.
Oh, equestrian.
I was Aquarius. That's not right. But the showing pig, but wasn't Babe, Babe, that movie?
Yeah, but I don't remember. I don't really remember
pig?
what the purpose of Babe was.
So
I just remember them talking and
yeah
things.
Anyway, I felt this was strange because it's showing Luke or showing us, the audience, that, oh, Luke is good at farm things.
Right. Okay, he could be an agriculturist and
There you
go and have his lands of farms and do crops, and like he could do that.
He could be a farmer.
He
if
could
he
for
wanted.
sure be a farmer. He could grow his own crop, whatever. But this was just a weird transition.
And then you have this scene with Becky and Luke hanging out at Luke's. She comes by. She's like, hey, your mom said hi to me.
Yeah, progress.
And Luke is like, you know, I feel like which every person has said when they're getting close to leaving Dylan, they're like, I've always wanted to leave here, but now it's getting close.
Yep.
I don't think I want to leave, and it means too much to me.
Right. And he's like looking at all of the land, and Becky's
pasture.
like, wow, so much land. It's beautiful.
And she visualizes the future game for him. It's very sweet. But then he says, could you picture yourself living on a farm?
I mean, doesn't Texas have a ton of farms? So it wouldn't be like abnormal.
I think it was more or less like, hey, would you
be okay if I was a farmer?
Right. Like if this is it for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luke, I mean, come on.
I know.
We'll see.
We'll see. Last but not least, Tim is back. Tim is back.
I told Michelle for a half a second in the car when I was re-listening, to the episode to prepare and stuff. I was like, I know I said Tim, but when you gave the quote, like, welcome home, I thought Becky was saying that to potentially Tyra because my logic was, oh, Mindy's home, but it's really the Riggins' home. It's not Mindy's home. It wasn't like the Colette's house. So it would have been weird for Tyra to walk in and Becky be like, oh, welcome home. Do you know what I mean? It was like a fleeting thought, and then I went back and I was like, no, it's probably Tim, but imagine if it was Tyra.
That's so funny that you were second guessing your prediction.
I know. I was just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Came to me and I was like,
wait a minute.
Wait.
It's not Tim.
But then I was like, nah, it has to be Tim.
Yeah. And then, I teased that last week to give that to you. I knew you were going to guess that. And then I said to Liz when we were watching, like, did I ruin that for you? But you would have seen his name in the credits.
Yeah.
And I'm not covering credits. So
No.
For what's to come, we are towards the end. You know what's coming. It's not that type of show, guys. I'm just not going to cover the credits for you.
Yeah, like with One Tree Hill, there were characters that hadn't been on in like 5 seasons that would come back all of a sudden, and we would be like, very surprised, very excited. But here, it's if I won't be surprised. I'll be happy to see them,
Right.
But it won't be like such a shock,
right? Yeah. So Tim gets the opportunity to come home early if he has character references, and so Billy has to give a speech. He's so nervous and anxious, and we see him rehearsing, and even Mindy oversees it, and she thinks he's doing such a great job. She's so sweet in this episode, and she just is there to console Billy and really be there for him. And of course, Billy's just like, don't judge me, don't look at me. Like,
I know, he's like, what are you doing? Stop watching me.
Yeah. And so he goes to talk to Coach to see if Coach will be a character reference, which Coach obviously says yes. This is a very funny scene because this is when Coach is talking to Buddy, and Billy walks in and is like, hey, can I have a moment? And Buddy's like, oh yeah, go ahead. Doesn't get up. And then Buddy's like, I'll be your character reference for Tim Riggins.
Yeah. And he was the best one.
He was. And so when we finally see Tim, he doesn't want Billy to give a speech.
Oh, this was so hurtful.
He's done enough damage.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, rightfully so, a lot of resentment there.
And he's worried Billy's going to mess up, which again,
he did.
He was. It was.
He was just
sweet.
so nervous.
He was just so nervous. And so he's holding the paper. He can't memorize it. He's shaking. But he does give a good speech. Coach gives this awesome speech as well. And then Buddy interjects. They were just going to bypass.
I know. Buddy's like, hello, I'm here. I'm ready to talk.
He's like, by the way, you bought a car from me?
Yeah.
But he gives this speech and he says that I guarantee you, he's a good guy. He is family to me. Also, he will have a full-time job when he gets out.
That was the only speech that Tim smiled at.
I know.
It was so sweet because you forget everyone's history with everyone.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So seeing them together, I was like, oh my God, remember Lila and Tim? Like, so long ago.
I loved Lila and Tim.
I did too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm just taking a moment.
Yeah, me too. R.I.P. Not actually, but.
Right. And no one's dead. Tim and Coach have a moment afterwards, and he thanks Coach, but then he asks him, "Did you get my letters?"
This broke my heart.
Tim wrote letters to
kidding?
Coach, and Coach says, "I'm sorry I didn't come visit you more."
But you didn't respond to the letters?
I know that. What the
That's bullshit,
flip?
Coach.
Like, okay, hypothetical here. Do you think Tammy saw the letters and was like, "Hey, babe, hey, hun, do you think you should write back Tim Riggins?" And then he's like, "Oh, I'll get to it. I'm preoccupied. I got more other things to worry about." Not that Tim's not important.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how it went. But it sucks.
It sucks. And that's
Because
like
Tim is like, I wrote like not just one letter, like multiple
letters to Coach.
to Coach. Yeah, this was really upsetting. Like, it makes you think, like, who else did he write to? And oh,
Yeah. Tim does get out. And when we see him, he's back living at Billy and Mindy's. Well, at his house, I guess I should say, right?
yeah,
It's so chaotic.
so different.
Stevie's crying and Billy's getting ready for his game and Mindy's there. And Billy's like, "Oh my God, like, we don't have food for you." And Tim's just drinking a beer. And then Becky walks in and sees Tim.
The
Welcome
love of
home.
her life.
Yeah, so that was a shock because she was questioning Billy, like, when is he going to get out? What did they say? Do we have anything? And Billy's like, "I don't have anything for you yet. Like, chill."
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
it was quick.
yeah, it was quick. And he will definitely need some time to adjust.
Yeah, I can imagine. So
Yeah.
it's been a year-ish,
Yeah.
almost a year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, his whole world is different.
And then to go back to live with your brother, who you clearly have ish with.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
and your brother's wife. And your nephew and soon to be new baby and Becky.
And Becky. It is a full
It's
house.
a full house. It's too much people, too many.
Too many. Yeah.
But maybe, well, I guess because he can't technically live on his own because of this probation type thing.
I think he could. Well,
Because, like, if he can't, then he has to stay in. Like, they have to figure out something to do with Becky. If he can, then he's just going to go live on his land somewhere, maybe in a trailer again or something.
right, out of his truck.
Yeah,
Pitch
something
a
like that.
tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to take a short break and we come back. We have Rihanna joining us.
Oh,
Our patron.
Our last patron of the season.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Welcome back from break. We're joined by our Total Betty patron, Rihanna. Hi, Rihanna.
Hi.
So happy you're here. This is our last patron guest spot for Talkin' Texas Forever.
Oof, just
Forever.
made it.
Forever.
Forever.
And I'm so happy that you're a newbie, but you've caught up and now you're watching with us. You know the things.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of this series?
When I first started, I didn't know if it was going to be one of the shows that I liked. Like,
Yeah.
I was committed to it because of you guys, obviously, but I didn't know if it was going to be like, do I need this on DVD? Long story short, I have it on DVD.
Yeah, it's a DVD show.
Yeah. So did it live up? Do you think this needs to be on DVD?
Yes. I mean, anything, especially like with the writer's strike and the actor's strike right now, I'm like, anything that I can have on DVD, I'm going to put on DVD.
Yep.
I'm going to get on DVD.
Yes, so true. Before we get into questions and comments and all the things from all of our Bettys, I want to start with you. Do you have questions for us, for Liz, because she's a newbie?
Yes, I am.
I don't think I had any questions. I did on my notes, first thing I wrote when the recap started, because I didn't skip the recap quick enough. I was like, Tim! So I wrote Tim in like all caps and several exclamation points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timmy.
What do you think about this? Tim is out. He has to adjust.
That's just rough. I mean, he's clearly He's feeling the feelings, which are all very valid because he from the start was like, I don't want to do this. What are you doing? This is stupid. And then he's the one that took the fall for it. It's like,
Yep.
big regret.
Yeah, I think it's a big regret.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into rapid fire. Vic sent over for you. Okay. Tyra or Lila?
Tyra.
Jason or Tim?
Ooh, Tim.
Vince or Luke?
Luke.
Ooh. Becky or Julie?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That is...
I know
that
really
is difficult, but I want to. I like want to say Becky, but I have to go with Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know that's hard for me.
I know.
I was gonna go with Julie. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think I'll go with Julie too. Your favorite couple?
Taylor's Coach and Mrs. Taylor. Is that valid?
Yeah. Favorite friendship?
I think as far like this season, it's for sure Becky and Mindy.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
Yes.
my God, they're so good.
Agreed.
Luke and Becky or Julie and Matt? Which couple do you prefer?
That seems unfair.
We have so much history of mules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have to go with age-old Matt and Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had to choose a boyfriend, who are you choosing?
Oh, no. That's a horrendous question.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, who's the good boyfriend? And then it's like,
Like
Tim.
they all have yes, they all have their moments. They all have their moments.
Yeah.
I think I have to go with Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim was a good boyfriend.
He was.
learned to be a good boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just didn't want the same things at the end of the day. You know?
That's true. Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Ira.
Yeah. And then what character do you want to come back?
Everybody.
Yeah. I know, Rihanna. I'm like, everyone?
Is that
please?
not an option? I actually do know that somebody comes back, and that's just because the squares on Amazon Prime right there,
Oh,
front
yeah?
and center. I was like, yeah.
Oh.
Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Luckily, I don't watch
you
it on
know
Prime.
that you know that person. So maybe that'll just be your answer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know who you're talking about. Have you watched ahead?
I haven't, but I haven't not Googled. But I stopped my Googling before we started season 5. Like I did do that. I was like, I can't Google anymore. So like I know things that happen in the finale
Oh.
just by like
Okay.
key points.
Okay.
But I don't know like the
Okay.
ins and outs of how we get there.
Yeah.
So have you seen in the Betty chat, there's the extended finale, and probably on the DVDs is the finale that it's not even extended. It's probably the actual finale. And then on streaming services like Netflix, there are parts missing.
She said like by 15 minutes. That's a lot of time.
Which I've read different things on Reddit. So don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
That's
I-
like a chunk of time.
Because
Yeah.
I've been watching on Prime because Netflix is stupid and it kicked me off of my sister's Netflix and I
Oh,
refused
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Netflix is terrible.
Yeah. But I also have the DVDs, so I guess I could look at that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the finale, which when we get there, we will be watching
The real
the
finale.
real one. Because I have finished.
Mhm.
I am ahead. I know all the
How
things.
did you watch on the plane crying? You didn't care. Everyone was like,
Oh, well,
crying.
I watched the finale. I was in Dallas this past weekend, and I downloaded it because I wanted to take my notes. I was between Anthony and our friend Andrew. I had the middle seat, and I was just like, y'all, if you see me crying, this is why.
Well, at least you
Mind
saw
your
people you
business.
knew.
Yeah, mind your
Mind your business.
yeah, and Ant was looking over, and when it ended, he was like, I don't remember any of that with the finale. He's like, I don't remember any of that. And so afterwards, I was Googling, right? Like just summaries and stuff and interviews because I went in knowing something and that thing didn't happen. And then it was like this article, and I was like, wait a minute, I did not see that. Yeah, so very strange. So when we all watch collectively, we will be watching the actual one.
I'm excited.
Continuing on, Vic wants to know, did you know in high school what you wanted to study?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Same
Like
girl.
I still didn't even like I've been at the same job for 12 years and that wasn't even on my radar.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um I when I was really little I wanted to be a bus driver, like a not well my mom always said that I wanted to be a bus driver, but I always wanted to be a truck driver, like a semi truck driver. I do remember that. And I love driving. So like anytime we're on a road trip, I love to drive and get very upset when they're like, it's my turn. I was like, is it really? And then I feel like maybe year conferences, my pre-cal teacher, who was also my calculus teacher, was like, what are you going to school for? And I think I said sociology. And she's like, can we do something else? And I was like, I want to do sociology.
Can we do
Wow,
something else?
why did she say that?
It was
Like what?
it was more the fact that I would have to go so far in school to do anything with a sociology degree.
Okay, got
And
it.
case in point, like started out as a sociology major, have enough credits to have a sociology minor.
Yeah.
And then switched it. I was a 5-year senior, ended up with a general studies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you still want to be a bus driver or a truck driver?
Yes, actually. I mean, sometimes every now and then I was like, I could just be driving and go places. Like I've got like the travel bug. Like I want to go places. I want to see
Yeah.
places. If it's for work,
Yeah.
sure, fine, whatever, but it gets me there.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's amazing. I hate driving, so like you and
I
I
like
would
to
do
be a
great.
passenger.
Yeah. I would never offer to drive, Rihanna, so you could just take
Brianna,
the
if
wheel.
you drove us, I would just I'm the best. My brother-in-law calls me the best backseat participant because I'm just silent the whole car ride. If I have some music, I look out the window. He's like, everyone shut the fuck up. Alyssa back there, she's nice and quiet, but you guys don't shut the fuck up. I'm like, yep, that's me.
Yeah, like-
I'm a wonderful backseat driver.
Yeah.
Card
Drove to
driver.
Chicago recently, and my sister was like, well, she drove to Kokomo, which is an hour from where we were. And I was like, and then we got in the car to leave. And she's like, I'm going to let you drive the rest of the way. But then she did the reverse home, and I was like, no.
Oh. Wow. That's awesome. Lisa says, I'm glad Tim is home, but knowing what I know about the next few episodes, I still don't love Tim. Sorry, girls. Now, Lisa was a newbie, but she has gone ahead.
So
Prison has changed him. Prison has changed
I mean, how could
him.
it not change him?
I know.
How could it not change him?
Just in his parole hearing, you could see how angry he was with Billy. And like, Billy was so stressed.
Boy.
Kate says, why do you think that coach decided to decline the college coaching offer? And what do you think about this decision? I think he should have taken the job. It would be a good move career-wise and financially. And Tammy was fully on board with the house and pool. Julie's graduated. Gracie Bell is young enough that it wouldn't be disruptive to her. Why stay in Dillon? It's all very sweet and touching that the players love him and feel like they need him, but they're going to be graduating soon.
Yep.
He would still be a kingmaker and molder of men at the college level. What do you girls think about this?
Yeah, I have to second all of it. I still feel like he's going to go elsewhere, though. He'll still
Well, why
leave.
don't you tell Rihanna your prediction?
I think that Tabby now is going to get this big position because it seems like Dana, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Had her eyes on her for something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Rihanna knows things, so maybe I don't know if she knows where that's going, but
Well, there's lots of things
feel-
that happen in the finale.
Yeah. I feel like with Coach, it's more of like I wonder if he's sensing history repeating himself. Like the stress of, because like season 2, he went off to do the college thing and it didn't work out. And then he had to dig his way back into, and yes, that was because Tammy had just had a baby. Julie was struggling. The guys were struggling. The team was struggling. So I'm wondering if he just wants to see it through like a couple more classes, like 2 more classes, see what that gets them, see if he can establish a true program there. Like, because there's 2 seasons and they're like the first time in 25 years, but how many of those 25 years has it not been a school?
right.
That was my
true.
big thought.
And
Yeah,
now
good
he's
point.
only, like you just said, like within 2 years turning the team around, but then you're just going to leave it again
Yeah.
to see what happens to
So
it.
I think it's more of him trying to figure out, like, I want to commit to these boys and get them through. I see what they can do, type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tammy has a good job now that she's not principal. She seems to enjoy what she's doing. So if they didn't go anywhere, it would be okay.
Right. I mean, well, she like kind of rolls her eyes at Levi.
She does, but she wanted to be a counselor.
She did. She thought that that was the best option for her.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was like the second best because she really, I think she was happy being principal, but they didn't obviously want her to do that anymore.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Will wants to know, all things being equal, if you lived in West Texas, would you move to Florida or stay?
I'm never going to Florida.
Yeah, I never want to live in Florida, and I really don't want to be in Texas either.
They're the same state, just different sizes, different.
Same.
Right.
It's the same, so no.
Yeah, no.
I mean, my siblings are in Texas, so that could help, but I'd have to
What
bring
part of Texas?
Houston.
Houston?
Yeah, but I'd have to bring the other siblings with me. It wouldn't just be like me, I'm going by myself. I'd have to bring them all with me. And there's
Yeah, you need the sanity.
4 of us here, 2 of them there. I'm just going to need them to come back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like if I uprooted my whole family and we moved there, okay. My mom has said on record like she's never moving to Florida. So I guess we have to move to Texas. Randy's in for it. He loved to live anywhere that's not New York because it's too expensive.
He says that.
He says that now.
And then when you travel to the other places and you're like, you know what, home's not so bad.
Yep. I love where we live.
We are very,
Well, for the most part.
yeah, it is expensive, but I feel we are very blessed to live where we live. Yeah. Are you finally on the buddy train? It is leaving the station. All aboard. Choo, 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 chug, 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 choo, choo, choo.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, he is my MVP this week.
Oh.
So I'm chugging along. Okay. I got on the train. We didn't leave yet. Maybe by the finale we'll left the station.
Okay.
Wow. Rihanna, what are your thoughts on Buddy?
He is first 2 seasons, he's such a sore spot and so flippin' annoying. And I feel like season 4 is when he like flips that switch and you actually see him go through like the process of, I can't be a panther anymore, I'm a lion. Like, didn't go to the school, but I'm a lion now. And I feel like that goes a long way, and like how much he's put forth into a school that he didn't even go to now be like, I'm a East Dillon lion.
Yeah, he just loves football so much, like so much, that now the possibility of like Coach Eric Taylor leaving his new
afraid of a box of oranges.
Yeah. was, and he knew exactly, like I said, there was no note, it was just a box of oranges. He's like, Coach is leaving.
He gets it.
He knew it.
He gets it.
A whole box of oranges.
Yeah. Keely sent us such a sweet email. She talked about how her dad was the football coach and she was the equipment manager.
Oh, like Jess.
Like cool. Jess. Yeah. And she's excited for us to watch the movie and to make the parallels of storyline. She's like, I can't wait to hear like who you think Tim Riggins is, which I'm sure we will do.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
For sure.
It's gonna be great. Have you seen the movie?
I haven't, and I'm going to wait.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. We're really excited. We will be covering that. That will be our bonus episode for Talking Texas Forever. We've gotten some questions if we're going to like cover storylines and character arcs and stuff like that. We're just going to do the movie.
It's just not the show for that.
Yeah. And I think it'll be fun. But thank you, Keely. And also, Keely, send us who you think is who.
Yeah.
I look forward to that. Okay, Mike says, if you or Liz were arrested for, let's say, organizing a bagged milk or all-dressed chips and other Canadian candy smuggling operation, what would you say as a character witness statement for Liz, and what would Liz say for you?
Oh, this is so hard because Michelle would never get in trouble.
And Liz wouldn't either. We are 2 angel Bettys.
We're angels. And I'd say, Michelle, she's so responsible. And she's very, she makes you a better person.
Oh, and I would say there's no way Liz did this. You have the wrong person because she is literally perfection on this planet.
Love it. Love it.
So sweet.
Rihanna, as the Betty representative, what would you say for Listen, Mitch?
Oh gosh, so much pressure. So much pressure. They would
So
never
much.
they would never lead their buddies astray, so there's no way.
Exactly.
And that rhymed.
That's right. That was perfection.
But like on that topic, I refused to do anything in high school. If it was going to get me in trouble for soccer, there was no way. Because there's no way I was doing anything.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't have the guts to ever do anything. Like we've definitely talked about this, like when we lied to our parents when we were teenagers, and I felt so guilty about that.
Yep.
That you just wouldn't do anything. What would a company / organization have to offer you for you to take a job across the country?
Oh.
What would a job have to offer you to move to Florida?
Oh my God. So much. So much.
Oh God.
Blowouts every week on them.
Girl.
I think Michelle and I were just talking about this before we started watching. And Michelle's like, yo, my blowout lasted me like 5 days.
It's true. Like,
She's like,
rocking it.
how can I get away with paying like $50 a week just to get a blowout every week?
Yeah, if I never had
like,
to style my hair again, that would be amazing. But like, here's the thing. Like, I know people take jobs, like, great
For opportunity and money, right?
Right. But like, there's so much you leave behind, like friendship and family. And it would take a lot for me to live what I'm doing, where I am right now.
Me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Rihanna? Even though you want to travel and you would, drive and stuff.
I mean, I'm good with traveling, but I always want to come back home type of thing. Like my siblings and I have already like established that once we get the money, we're going to buy like a big plot of land and I'll build houses.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I just got chills.
Yeah. And it like even now I live less than a mile from my sister. I could hit her if I really tried really, really hard. I could hit it with like a BB gun type of thing. Hit her house through the woods. And then my other sister's 20 minutes up the road, and then a different sister on the other side of town. But we're all like,
I love it.
So close that like that's my biggest thing is the fact that I would need them to go anywhere. Like it'd have to be you're offering my whole family jobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we all have our own pools, indoor and outdoor.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like I know my sister and her husband, they've talked about moving down south in the past or moving upstate, and they just had a baby, and I am very much in my nephew's life. Like very much so. And I would be so upset if I couldn't see him every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yep.
Are Becky and Luke endgame, or will things change now that Tim is back?
No. I mean, obviously she'll still always love Tim because we'll always still love Tim forever and ever and ever. But I think she knows things obviously have changed. And especially since obviously what Lisa said and how I can already see it going, he's not really going to be all that like gung-ho to do stuff with her, or do stuff with anyone. He's going to have a lot of alone time and a lot of thinking and ponder. Well, I'm sure he did that a lot in jail too. But a lot of decision making and just things changing around him. I can't foresee him being a nice person, honestly, for these next 3 episodes. Maybe the finale at some point, but yeah, I don't see him and Becky rekindling any friendship, let alone any sort of, romance there.
Do you think Becky and Luke are endgame?
I don't. I would like it. I think we'll never know, is how I feel. I think the way we'll end the show, it will be, they're like in that puppy love, era in their life. So I think it would be TBD. It's like whatever the viewer thinks.
Rihanna, with the finale, do you know how characters end, or just like the final scene? Like how much?
I know a couple of characters, but like,
got it.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how they get there.
Got
But
it.
like also I feel like Tim is just going to be the grumpy older brother in the house that is going to ignore her existence.
I agree. Yeah.
Do you think Becky and Luke are endgame?
I think they want you to think that they are right now, but I don't know if they will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, he sent some deleted scenes.
Oh.
He said after Bud Light's surgery, the doctor tells him 6 to 8 weeks. Bud Light looking for tickets to go back home. Him and Buddy have spoken since he got home from the hospital, and he tells Buddy that he thinks Buddy hates him because he can't play and can't be his big football star. Buddy says he doesn't hate him and he's his flesh and blood and he loves him, and that he's sorry he made Bud Light think that they only had football together. Buddy says they have each other and they'll get through it together.
That is the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
Why couldn't we see that?
Wait, does he mean go back home as in going back to live with his mom?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's it for Buddy Light? He's on the island?
No. No. He was searching for tickets.
Oh, so he didn't go back home.
He didn't end up buying them.
Why didn't we get to see that?
Oh, gotcha.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that would have been amazing to see.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. Thank you guys for your questions and comments. Brandon, do you have anything to add before we go into our quotes and other things?
I absolutely loved Tinker, though, and his...
He was the one that made me cry. I really teared up.
It's so precious.
His speech to Coach, and then just his love for the pig.
Yeah, he's so cute, Tinker.
Do you know what it's called in this, like, we were trying to think of the name of when
4-H.
you're... What?
You're talking about 4-H? Like when you go to show pigs?
Yes.
That's the term, 4-H.
4-H. I don't remember like the abbreviation, what the H's
Our
are,
faces.
but it's 4-H. Yeah. At least in Indiana, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because we were like, what? This random storyline of Luke being like, Tinker, this is what you gotta do, and you gotta dress like this. And we're like, where did this come from? And how do you make this a career?
Well, I guess if you're a pig farmer,
If you are.
or if you show pigs, I'm wondering though, if you do this, do you then eat the pigs?
Oh.
Or your pig your pet? I don't think Tinker's going to eat Maribel.
No,
but
No,
I
he
feel like
loves that
because my cousin, ever growing animals, her kids do 4-H at the county fair in their county up north, and I know that last year when they had to say goodbye to their pigs after they raised them, showed them, and then they got shipped off to, I don't want to hazard a guess where, and I was like, I feel like
Oh no.
they're going on to another family in a different way, and I don't like it.
Oh
But
no.
From what I understand, they handled it a lot better this year. But
Oh, that's so sad.
yeah.
For them.
yeah,
Michelle is shooken up.
I get it. I get the reality of it.
could never.
No.
Nope.
No. Well, thank you for teaching us that.
Yeah, thank you.
4-H. Okay. Favorite quote in this episode?
He needs a father, not an agent.
That was great. Oh, Regina
Perfect.
was so good in this episode.
Perfect.
So good. I have a man can't leave if you erect a statue of him, buddy.
You got statue money? You got, what did he say? You got black money?
Black
That's
money.
it.
Oh, you got black money?
And then when he was with Levi was like, impromptu means beforehand. And then Buddy goes, prompt two.
Prompt two.
Coach's Corner. What do you have, Liz?
I have Buddy with Vince.
Oh.
Of him telling Vince to like the way just like to speak on Coach's behalf.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like
And
I
then to
like
say
the way
he's
you
the
talk-
heart.
Yeah, how you're the heart of the team and everyone would be here lost without you kind of thing. I liked it.
Yeah. Rana, did you have a favorite coaching moment in this episode?
I feel like Mindy and Billy. Mindy telling Billy that he did everything he could.
Mm.
That was so good.
Yeah.
I loved Coach's speech about Tim and just speaking so well on his behalf.
Yeah. Still
And
just a little upset that it infers that he didn't write him back, though. Like, you got his letters, but you didn't write him back.
What is up with that?
That
I'm
doesn't
shocked.
track.
Like, what happened there?
Awful.
Awful. MVP and shittiest. Rihanna, who do you have for your MVP for this episode?
MVP was a little difficult. I didn't go with Buddy. I went with Coach
Mm-hmm.
for, exactly that speech with Tim. Like his end scene with Vince. It's like, I tell you, you're starting with this. When you decide, when I decide, you're started. And then he's
Yeah.
like, you know what? You asked too many daggone questions. He's always upset with people that ask too many questions.
Yeah, he doesn't like to answer the questions. They're too hard for him.
I know you chose
I
Buddy.
did. But I also had Regina on the side.
I love that. I also had Buddy. And we had votes for Coach, Regina, and Tammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shittiest. What does everybody have?
I feel like the easy answer is Ornette, but I'm going with that teacher that we don't know her name in that meeting.
Yes.
Oh, she was so nasty.
Awful. Oh my God. Good
She
one.
wouldn't let it go.
No.
She like said
thought she was
something
so
3
funny.
times. I know. She was like laughing and nobody else was.
She's like, I don't want to get a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who'd you pick for your shittiest?
Or not.
Yeah, I picked Ornette. And we had votes for Vince as well.
He like made up.
He did.
He like turned it around
I
again.
know.
He turned a leaf.
Yeah,
He did.
he did.
All right, let's go into a booster of the week list. Who's our total Betty booster?
Booster of the week. You're a total booster.
Rihanna, obviously.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of our network for so many years. And thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for always giving us the giggles. We love when we get to hear from you. Seriously. Don't tell anyone you're my favorite. I'm just kidding.
No, thank you for all you guys.
Mommy doesn't have favorites. Mommy doesn't have favorites. But thank you so much.
That's funny you say mommy doesn't have favorites, because I said something. My niece lived with me last year, and I had like something overlapped, like with you guys and Dom and Simon, and I randomly out loud was like, "Oh no, mom and dad's overlapped tonight," and she's like, "What?" And I told her what it was. She came home. She's like, "Did you choose moms or dads?" And I was like, "Moms."
Obviously.
I chose moms.
Moms always win. Yeah.
Oh my God. So funny. Well, thank you, Rihanna. We love you so much. Okay, so an emoji for this episode.
I thought you came up with a great one, Michelle.
Thank you. Oranges.
An orange.
An orange.
Yeah.
I feel like this was very easy to come up with. So you know what you can do? Stick that orange in an Apple Podcast review. This is a prompt. We want to know you're listening and that you got this far. If you haven't already, please consider leaving us a review and rating us 5 stars. You can also rate over on Spotify. Email us the emojis, which many of you do. We appreciate that. Send us a DM on Instagram. Just send a bunch of citrus.
Yeah.
Orange, a crate of oranges. I want you to send multiple oranges, fill up a crate.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Let's see who does
We
it.
love citrus. So.
We love citrus. That would mean so much. And then you could become our line of the week. So thanks, Liz. Okay. I'm going to give you next week's title.
Oh my goodness.
Season 5, episode 11.
11.
The March. We had a deal. I screw up my life. You fix yours. Tim Riggins.
I guess he's saying that to Billy. Or he's saying that to Becky. I don't know. Could be either one. Probably Billy, though.
Okay.
Probably Billy.
Okay.
Yeah. They're going to figure out some family stuff, maybe money situational going on there, because now he's freaking out because he's going to have another baby, and he's got a Timmy living in his house too, and a Becky. So he's going to feed a lot of mouths, and he doesn't know how he's going to do it. I wonder what will happen with Ornette. I would like to see him gone already at this. I really honestly thought he would be gone by this point. Maybe next week. I'll predict maybe next week he'll be on the island so that I don't have to deal with it selfishly with this. Because Vince is like chose. He made his decision. He's like, no, Coach is it for me. So, it could end badly for Ornette. I think maybe next week too, maybe Luke will have more of a outlook on what he's going to do. I think he will get like randomly a scholarship out of the blue or a scholarship for something else, but it will be for something meaningful to him that's not farming or pig things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rihanna, what do you think?
I wanted him to be gone forever ago. Like, I did not foresee him being a full season Like,
Yeah, right?
he's tiresome. And like he just keeps getting angrier and angrier
I know.
at a mess that he created.
Yep. Mm-hmm. This whole thing, him going to jail is his fault. Him being in Vince's life like this is his fault. It's all his fault.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. Never really thought of it like that. Like
He's
everything
just
he's doing. And we had
nasty.
like a little growth. Like with that one episode, we're like, okay, Ornette, we see you.
Yep.
And now it's just very frustrating for what's
Almost
to
like
come.
he saw like the money signs for school scholarships how they
Yes.
could benefit him.
Right.
They shouldn't be able to benefit him in any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right. All he saw was, oh, my son's going to make it big and I'm going to have a rich and famous kid and that's going to work really well for me.
yeah.
But not what's actually in Vince's well-being.
And also, maybe it was his purpose. And now Vince is kind of taking away the purpose. You're like, I don't need you to do this for me. And so now Ornette's like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And also, you're picking coach over me type deal. Yeah.
It's not going to end well.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Last but not least, we do have Will's Football Poetry Corner.
Oh.
Motivational speech. A motivational speech prepares the football team for the game in an emotional way, focusing them on what they need to do on the field. Buddy asks Vince to give a speech that will motivate Coach to stay, while Vince speaks to Coach about something more important to him, playing the next game. Billy, Coach, and Buddy give speeches on Tim's behalf, and Tammy gives a speech about the state of education in Texas, and then another emotional speech from Vince. So many speeches.
Yes, so many speeches.
Speech heady.
Yeah.
Speech heavy,
Motivational
speech heavy.
speeches.
Thank you so much, Will.
Thanks, Will.
Well, Rihanna, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Of course.
This was great. We went out with a bang for our,
Our final patron.
our
Yes!
final patron episode. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. It's crazy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for subscribing and downloading and all of the things and following. Please come back next week when we're discussing episode 11, The March.
The March. It's like you always repeat the title after I've made my predictions and then the title sparks me to like think about it again.
What do you think? Do you have something?
No, I mean like sounds like a strike. Like they're marching for something like the greater good or I don't know what it could be for though.
Yeah.
What about you, Rihanna? Any thoughts?
Yeah, final thoughts on the
I didn't
March?
think about that. Like my first thought was like march down the field because that's like
Oh,
football terms,
yeah.
they march the ball down the field.
True.
Type of
Oh, that makes sense.
We wouldn't know that.
Wouldn't know that.
So that's what I'm going to go with. Thank you for that enlightenment. There was so much learning in this episode. I know
we learned so much.
Thank you so much for listening to Talking Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. You can email us at talkingtexasforever@gmail.com. If you're interested in seeing what we do with this show and all of our others, head over to Instagram and search Total Betty Podcast Network.
This has been a Total Betty podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio. Music by Anthony Bacora.